ABC's Trevor Holt is in Compton this morning. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Gio. And you can see some of the remnants of these very dangerous clashes that we saw play out for more than 12 hours. This is a police camera surveillance system that has been toppled over here. There's a lot of different police tape, remnants, glass, debris that is all in the street as these violent clashes continue. And this morning, we see a ton of law enforcement activity, different vehicles that have been shifting around, and we've seen the National Guard arrive here not far from Los Angeles as federal officials are saying if this continues, they will bring in branches of the U.S. military.
Overnight, amid intensifying clashes around Los Angeles, President Trump deploying the National Guard, sending in 2,000 National Guardsmen as angry crowds protest his administration's aggressive deportation efforts. Demonstrations now entering their third consecutive day after coordinated ICE operations across Los Angeles, sparking outrage and devolving into disarray. Dramatic images capturing the escalating chaos. Protests centered around the city of Paramount. Agents swarming this Home Depot there. Some protesters setting fires, breaking glass, and vandalizing buildings. Police in riot gear attempting to disperse crowds, pelting the groups with tear gas, flashbangs, and rubber bullets. Governor Gavin Newsom slamming Trump's decision to deploy the National Guard, warning the move is, quote, purposefully inflammatory and will only escalate tensions. But the White House says it will address the lawlessness that has been allowed to fester. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth posting online, if violence continues, active duty Marines at Camp Pendleton will also be mobilized. They are on high alert. Tensions also erupting in New York. Video showing this man clashing with ICE officers. The Department of Homeland Security identifying him as Joaquin Rosario Espinal of the Dominican Republic. Authorities say he resisted arrest after his immigration proceedings were dismissed. Espinal arrested alongside another woman who allegedly assaulted an officer despite what authorities called interference by members of the public. The tensions reaching a breaking point just as Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, arrived back in the United States on Friday. He's now facing 2 federal criminal charges, his attorney calling those charges preposterous and an abuse of power.
And basically, every portion of the federal government is vowing to continue to enforce these ICE raids as they say the law is requiring them to do. But all of these activist groups that we have seen here on the ground, they say they are not leaving until these ICE officials move away and leave this neighborhood alone. All signs today point to another day of intensity out here on the